Wanderers, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking quality of life. Now you may or may not have missed these small little changes that are going to make your quality of life much better. If you have a really great quality of life tip that you love to use, drop a comment and maybe we'll get to feature it on our next video. We're going to start off nice and simple here. This is just going to be based on whatever currency you're going to currently be farming. Along the bottom here, you're going to see we have gold, we have ovals, and we have your spectral ash. Now, let's say that you're not really interested in how much gold you have or how much ovals you have. You can turn those off right here, and then you can select the different types of materials that you're going to be using. Now, if you haven't used your paled marks and you have the Diablo 4 expansion pack, these are really, really overpowered and really, really strong. So make sure that you're going to your mercenaries here. You're going to be going to select them. You're going to go to rapport, and you're going to collect your pale marks here. It's really, really important to do this, and I'll show you exactly why in a second. But if you can see, I have 41 sitting here waiting. So as you play with your characters and as your mercenaries come out, they slowly gain more and more experience, and you're going to be gaining this as your currency. So if you have it selected down here, now I can see in my character tab that I have pale marks and how many I have available. Now, this is just a little bonus for anybody that has the DLC. This is very important. Once you have unlocked your mercenaries through the campaign, you can come right to your mercenary menu here, and you can go to travel to the den. You can go there from anywhere in the game. You're going to come over here. Now make sure that you level up each one of your mercenaries. As you do, you get to unlock more and more abilities to be bartered for. The bartering system here is incredibly strong. You can refresh your stock, and what you're going to be looking for is you're going to be looking for things like salvage material caches. And as you keep on refreshing it, you can get up to 3 GA pieces of gear. There's a lot of really great stuff inside of this. Max aspects. We have a masterworking cache, and we're going to open all of these so you can see exactly what they have in them because it's really, really strong. You always want to be buying those masterworking caches, and you always want to be looking out for if you need boss materials or something like that. We can get salvage, and you can get boss materials, and you can get masterworking materials. Inside of one of these, the masterworking caches, we're going to be dropping this here, 1,000 Obdicite, just from 1 second of opening. Now your boss summoning materials, this is what you get for your boss summoning materials. And then for your salvage materials here, if you're short on your Forgotten Souls, we're going to get 23 of them just from opening up that cache. You saw how fast it is. So if you have mercenaries and you have the DLC, make sure you take advantage of this. Tip number 2, we're going to be talking about whisper caches. Now, Blizzard in the last update added in these ravens here. If you didn't get to see that this was added in, this makes it so that every single town that you go to, you'll be able to turn in your whisper caches there. You don't actually have to teleport to the Tree of Whispers anymore. You're going to look for the raven of the tree. You can just go here and then you can select whichever one that you want. If you look at the map here, it's going to be what looks like this little bird on your mini map here. You can see it in every single major city that's going to be out there. There's going to be some in Zarbinzet, Kyovashad, wherever it is. So make sure that as you go there, you don't actually have to go to the Tree of Whispers, which kind of leads right into the next tip. The next tip is going to be setting your waypoints as a favorite. If you do have a favorite city, maybe it's Zarbinzet, where Kaleri is the best blacksmith out there and hits the most triples for you. Click on this button right here where it says favorite, and we're going to favorite that. And now, no matter where I'm at, even if I'm inside of the Karas Bazaar here and I click on the teleport button, it's now going to take me to Zarbinzet instead of taking me right to the city that I'm already in. This will work really well if you're going to be running a lot of the pits, but you're going to kind of go off and do things. You can set your waypoint, and then it'll take you right back, and you can hop right back into the pits. If you join a party, let's say you've been running around, you see that your party has found a goblin and you need to get to them quick. You no longer have to teleport back to town and then teleport to them. You can simply right-click on them right here, whatever it's going to be brought up in the social menu on whatever controller you're going to be running. You bring up the social menu, you go to who you want, and you go to teleport to party member. You click on this and it will automatically teleport you to that person. It has made the quality of life for group play much better. While we're on teleporting, if you haven't seen it yet, you can also teleport to bosses. They made this change and it has been absolutely amazing. Not only that, it tells you what drops from each boss, and then it tells you if you have the materials in your inventory. If they're sitting in your stash tab, you won't actually get to see and take advantage of this, but you can actually teleport to the boss room. Now, what we're going to actually do here is this is going to take us into our next tip, but we're going to teleport to this one here that has a whisper already active. Now, whispers, as we saw, you can turn them in any town. The reason that we're going to be going to this, and something that I thought was done really, really well, you don't actually have to open up the material cache in order to get your whispers. All you have to do is just simply kill the boss, and then that will give you the whispers. It was a really, really great change, and we have now completed the boss, and now we get those 5 whispers, and I can just leave the dungeon, and I don't even have to have the materials in order to get those 5. Whisper caches are great for boss materials, for gold, for gem fragments. There's a lot of really great reasons to use whisper caches, so this was a really, really great change, a very, very quick set of whispers. The next thing that we're going to be covering is about your horse. How can you make it so that you can sprint without stopping, no matter where you want it to go? Cooldown reduction actually affects your spur here. The more cooldown reduction you have, the better. I have a Harlequin's Crest that I haven't been using. The only thing that I use it for is I put it on when I'm going to run across the map. So we're going to go for a little ride. I'm going to put on my normal helmet. We're going to get sprinting. And then if you watch here, by the time that this starts to wear off, I use it again. My charges are already out. Now I have the charge up and I just ran out. But what you can do now is if I throw on the Harlequin's Crest here, and we'll wait until this comes back up, and then we start going. If you look at the timer now, the timer is much shorter. We're looking at 4 seconds versus we put this on here, and now I have 8 seconds. So having that additional cooldown reduction, now you don't even need the Harlequin's Crest. You can simply just find yourself a helmet that is going to have cooldown on it, and you can even re-roll it at the enchanter. And when you put this on, you're going to have unlimited sprint, and then you can always ride your horse around as fast as you possibly want it. As a quick little bonus tip, and this goes for everybody in the game, if you're looking for something very specific, let's say that you want to get Forgotten Souls and you'd have no idea where they come from, you can actually come down to each one of all of the materials in the game and figure out where they come from. It tells you what each one, the Artificer Stones, your Sigil Powder, every single one has now listed where you can go to find it. It makes finding things way easier than it used to be. That is all I got for you today. Again, if you have a quality of life tip that you really love, drop it in the comments and maybe we'll get to feature it in the next video. If you found this video helpful, make sure you share it with your friends. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm live every night. I'd love it if you stopped by, said hi, theory crafted with me. Catch you on the clip side.